Okay, and while Arch Linux is getting installed, I would like to talk about the idea for this first approach. So what I plan to do is to unpack the stage 3 tarball that you have seen me search up on the Gen2 site. This was obviously a systemd tarball because Arch uses systemd. And what I will do, I will unpack the tarball into the Arch Linux root. And because the tarball has Portage and all the necessary files to run Gentoo, it should work. So it's technically running Portage on Arch, but I've tried it before and the system is quite cursed. In reality, I don't think stuff will work because the Word file is broken because Portage doesn't know anything about what Arch Linux and Pacman installed already. So this is going to be a challenge, but for a future me, because in this approach I just want to get, Portage working and emerging just about anything to show that it's possible, even in the easy way, it will work. So enjoy this sleeper installation of Arch, and you will hear me again when I will get Portage working. Okay, so this got unpacked. Then we are adding the Portage group and the Portage user. It was given to us doing image info. So Portage is already working. We just need to add the group and the user. That's because I have unpacked it in a way to not overwrite the old files. And while this is syncing, I'm checking for steps that I might have missed. I don't have everything memorized, so I will have to now perform some settings to Portage, so make config. So we wait for this to finish and then make config march native as usual and make opts. And then I look for things I might have missed, but we don't need video cards or CPU flags because I will be compiling only fast fetch. So I'm compiling now fast fetch, and as you can see, a lot of errors due to Arch Linux probably. Maybe Bash is compiled differently, or I don't know what. But as you can see, stuff is compiling in between those errors. I don't know what those errors mean, but as we can see, stuff works, so it's not an issue. Here some files were overwritten, but that's probably because of Arch again. But Portage works and fastfetch also works, so stuff compiled with Portage works. And now I will just do a clear and fastfetch and OS release to show we are indeed running Portage on Arch. Now it's time for the real approach where I try to get the dependency tree of Portage and get all those packages working from Arch. So ideally all of the packages which I can download using Pacman and install, these I would use Pacman to do. And then the rest which are Gentoo specific, I will just use ebuild and merge them onto Arch manually. So now there is a montage of me preparing all those dependencies. So This will last for some time, so you might skip. I don't know whether I will add a timestamp, but enjoy. Now you see me prepare the base layout. So this is how I will be installing the Gentoo specific packages. So installing it using ebuild, and then I have all the files in a directory, which I will be then merging into Arch. And so with this ready, we will now cut to the footage of the actual project. So here, at first, I'm of course copying the shell script and then we are running to install all the Arch specific packages, and then time to do Gentoo stuff. So first add the Portage user and group, which has been already done in this video. You will see me struggle with copying in Tmax. I have actually used Tmax for the first time here. I haven't used it before, so I have to type it manually. But it has been done before, so I know what to do, and that's really easy. And then it will be on to merging the Gentoo stuff. And so in the Gentoo stuff, first I'm getting the path. So actually I need the exact path to the eBuild, which you will see me have a bit of a goof soon, because I knew about it, but for some reason I forgot. So here I'm preparing a script because I'm running Gentoo on my computer with LLVM. And so I wanted to change the environment to compile with GCC for Arch, because Arch is compiled with GCC, I think. I think there is no other way for it. So I wanted to use GCC, but I couldn't get it working, so I just gave up and used Clang again. I have reverted. And so now it's back to doing eBuild and installing the stuff. And I'm checking here what was wrong before. This is my goof that I did. And then after crying a little, I have came back. You will now see me struggle with copy. I don't know, for some reason, I don't know how to copy in Linux. Maybe one day I will learn, but yeah, I copied an entire directory. I don't know how it works. You need to teach me, but I have learned, and I think everybody can learn, so that's it. And now another goof, I'm installing an Emacs thing, and I do not have Emacs on my computer, so I just skipped it. And so another thing, which now will fail because it cannot test, because I do not have the test use flag, so I just remove test and well, merge it into image and then copy. And this will be this process for some time now, so enjoy. have that merged onto Arch, and the first issue is no Python exec something shit. And that's now in retrospect, I think that's because the profile settings didn't make me install systemd stuff, but I don't actually know. I also haven't merged the base layout, or no, I don't remember what I have merged now. It has been some time since then. So I had to find a solution, and the solution was this. So see, I'm running a big command, and the output is the same. Then I have a gset not working, but I have gave up on this. I wanted to first make the Python exec working, so I got the directory listing, and now you will see me write some scripts. I don't know why NeoVim is black in Tmax, but I think I have said it that I have now learned it, so it's not a problem for me. But this was actually first time using NeoVim in Tmax. So now I have these packages and simple packages, those Python scripts that I want to run, and then a simple bash script which echoes an alias to write into etc. bashrc. So of course it couldn't be without a goof. So see me not know how to do an alias. So first the command, then I use nano because I like my colors. And then this is the first goof, me not knowing how to do an alias. So I copy into bashrc and I paste source and invalid alias name. So then I had to have a look on my own computer, and I have realized that it's not this way and not this way, but in the end I got it working. So now this little change and I copy, paste and source, and image works. So the first thing to do is image sync. So hopefully it will sync properly. So far it's working, and I was quite happy at this point. But then the verifying, and then a big error after the messages. But I know this is after the messages, so this is eSelect error. So it's not my problem. Then eSelect profile list. This gset. I didn't know what I didn't have, but then I realized I need gset. I don't know what this is, but I just did a copy. And the first goof is that I copied it to the root. It's still not in the bin directory, so I'm moving it. And now I cannot create the symlink to the profile, so I said, well, fuck this. It should use GCC because there is the configure step in most software. So with that not working, I wanted to see whether merging base layout would help. And I think I was looking in base layout for something which might fix it, but I haven't found anything, so I just said, well, let's set a profile, and with gset it was magically working now, so I don't know what happened. Suddenly it was working. And then I'm copying the make config from my computer into Arch and changing March to native. And then I'm looking for other files in etc. Portage which might be of use, but there haven't been any. And so time to emerge, and there is a problem because Portage does not know anything about the files installed. So that's an issue, and I don't think there is a way around this except maybe doing manual Word file, which I might do if this video will get traction I might actually copy over some word favorite file. And I tried to see some stuff using eSelect, whether this would help, but eSelect is just as broken as it is. So I settled for nano using ebuild, and of course wget is not on Arch, so quick install, and then nano compiles using ebuild. So I will do this. And now after that I will merge, and as you can see nano works. So Portage compiled and merged programs successfully. Unfortunately emerge, which is like the interface to Portage with all the dependencies, doesn't work. And if this video gets enough traction, because I don't want to waste time, I'm not doing this really for YouTube, I'm doing this for a certain group of people. But if this video gets traction, then I will do a manual word file and we will be able to emerge. So as you can see, Portage working on Arch Linux. Thank you.